All right, so we're going to wrap up Unit 3 with some different types of soil conservation techniques that can be used in different areas to prevent erosion or help slow erosion. We focused a lot on erosion this week, and today we'll also be concluding our erosion week-long erosion lab. So in class, at the end of this presentation, um, students will finish their lab report with data that they've collected throughout the week. So, what are some management practices that can be implemented in urban areas to reduce erosion? The main concern in urban areas is keeping the soil covered and controlling water runoff, which is an increased problem based off the type of construction, roadways, anything that is man-made or man-placed that prevents water from seeping into the ground. In other words, making it run on top of the ground. So this applies to construction sites, roads, parking lots, and recreational areas. So there are some practices that can be done in urban areas to help conserve the soil, and one of those is a simple thing is mulching. And all of us that have had or do have some type of outdoor landscaping at home or anywhere around knows what mulching is, and this is placing a layer of straw, burlap, or other material on top of the soil to protect it from wind and water erosion. Mulch helps hold water and reduce the impact of water flow. Very good to do. I know we do our trees and our shrubs every year. Another thing that can be done is silt fences, and these are placed at the bottom of slopes to hold the soil in place, but yet allow the water to flow. This keeps the sediment out of streams and lakes and prevents the loss of the topsoil layer. Silt fences may be made out of bales of hay, plastic strips, or other materials. Another one is cover crops or different types of vegetation that can be planted on excavated soil to hold it in place. Winter grasses can be planted in the fall on new lawn areas to prevent erosion until the following spring when a permanent sod can be established. So anything with really good fibrous root systems that are going to hold that topsoil layer in place, it would make for good cover crops. All right, so management practices that we can use in horticulture or do use in horticulture to help minimize soil erosion. So horticulture utilizes the soil for growing crops, which creates loose soil that can easily be eroded. Several management practices can be implemented to reduce this erosion. Number one, plant on the contour, which involves planting around the slopes rather than up and down them. This helps slow the flow of water and allows it to be absorbed rather than to continue runoff. So around the contour, okay, planting around the contour, which will slow the runoff from top to bottom. So a terrace is a ridge or a row of earth mounds placed across the slope. Terraces allow a gradual drop of the flow of water, and this helps prevent rapid flow and aids in holding soil in place. So a terrace are these steps that go down a slope side instead of it just being a straight down runoff for water. Grass strips are small strips that covered with grass that may be left near plowed areas. This slows the flow of water and help keeps gullies from forming. Okay, grasses and specific type of grasses have very good fibrous root systems, which are good for holding soil in place. Diversion ditches are small ditches that may be built across slopes to slow water movement and divert it in a safe outlet. They are similar to grassed waterways, but may be lined with riprap or other material. And strip cropping is planting is alternate planting crops and sloping land. So you alternate the types of crops you have in rows. And the strips slow the flow of water and hold topsoil in place because of the different types of root systems. Again, cover crops or vegetated covers involve fields that may be planted in winter cover crops after fall harvest. The cover crop aids fertility and protects the soil from erosion. Conservation tillage involves planting of crops with little or no plowing. Crop residue from the previous year is left on the surface to protect the land, keep it from eroding. And windbreaks include rows of trees that may be planted to slow blowing of the wind and or slow the wind from blowing and help prevent wind erosion. And that's the end. Again, a short presentation today, but it's because in class we need to finish our data collection for the soil erosion lab. So if you have questions, let me know. Complete the video form that goes with this video. And next week we will move into a Unit 3 test. Thank you.